The reason for that is that was genetic algorithm in binary coded form, and here we are using the real coded version of genetic algorithms. And the reason we are using real coded genetic algorithm is because PSO cannot work on binary strings. In this video, we will use a hybrid of genetic algorithm and particle swarm optimization to tune the parameters of PID controller for the speed control of BLDC motor. Like in the previous videos of other algorithms, we will start our code with the three basic commands. CLC, this is used to clear the command window. Then clear command to clear the workspace variables, and close all. This command closes all the figures that may be open currently, if any are open. Then, since we are tuning the PID parameters to control the speed of BLDC motor, so we will have to first open the Simulink model in which we have modeled our BLDC motor. So I have already made a Simulink model of BLDC motor by the name of BLDC motor. So we will open that model. So opening, the Simulink model of BLDC motor. For opening the Simulink model, we use open command, and within the quotes, we will write the name of the Simulink file along with its file extension. So BLDC motor. This is the name of Simulink file in which I have made the model of BLDC motor, and .flx is the file extension of all Simulink files. Next, we come to our problem definition part. In this part, we will define our objective function, the algorithm variables which are to be tuned, or we can say whose values are to be found in order to find the minimum of our objective function, the maximum and minimum values of variables, that is the lower upper bound of the variables, maximum iterations and number of populations. These are the things that we will define in this part. So problem definition. So first we will define our objective function. So obj fun equals to at the rate k control BLDC. So here we have created a function handle, and the name of the function handle is obj1. So in our algorithm, whenever we will have to evaluate the fitness of either GA population or PSO population, then we will use the name obj1 and pass the parameters, that is the gains of Kp, Ki, Kd that we get from the respective algorithms in this function handle obj1, and by passing the parameters in obj1, these parameters will go to the separate objective function file that we will make, where objective function will be defined From there, the objective function value will be calculated using those values of variables of kp, ki, kd, and some value will be returned, and that value will be used to further proceed in the code and evolve the populations in further iterations. Now this is the name of function handle obj_fun, and the name of objective function is control BLDC. We will make a separate M file by the name of control BLDC, in which we will define our objective function to optimize, or we can say minimize, the speed error of the motor. And this syntax, in which I have written at the rate in the first parenthesis k, then the name of objective function, and then again another parenthesis k. This has a special meaning. This at the rate is used to create the function handle, and then in this first parenthesis it contains the independent variables whose values are to be used to minimize the objective function. These are the variables whose values are constantly changed as we evolve from one population in one iteration to populations in other iterations. These values will change. So these are the, we can say, decision variables, or the variables of PID controller, who will continuously change until we reach the values which give us the most optimal result. So this will contain only the independent variables, and in the second bracket we will have all the independent variables as well as any other parameters that are to be used in the objective function, but whose values will not change. They will be simply constants that will be used in the objective function. For example, let us say that I have an objective function 4x plus 8y. So here x and y are actually the decision variables or the independent variables. Throughout the algorithm, the values of x and y will change, and we will try to find out the most optimal values of x and y that will give the minimum value of f. Now, in the objective function file, we can straightforward write it as f equals to 4 into x plus 8 into y, or we can say f is equal to ax plus by, where a and b are actually some constant parameters, and pass the values of a and b from our main code file to the objective function file. So, as I told earlier, in this first bracket, we will pass only x and y. If, for example, that particular objective function is actually the objective function we are to minimize, then this first bracket will have x and y, and this second bracket will have x and y along with a and b. And these a and b are simply the parameters, the constant values, and x, y are the independent variables whose values change throughout the algorithm. Next, we will define our decision variables, that is the gains of PID controller KP, KI, and KD. I have defined the three variables as global because for running the Simulink file, we will need the values of KP, KI, and KD, and the Simulink file will only be able to take the values of KP, KI, KD only if they are available in the workspace. Because in the Simulink file, I have defined the gains of the PID controller as variables. So the values of these variables will be taken by Simulink from the workspace itself. In the objective function file, we will be passing a vector of three elements. That vector will be k. So from that vector, the values of kp, ki, kd will be extracted in the objective function file itself, and then these values will be used to run the Simulink model. Now, the problem is that any variable defined inside a function has its scope limited to that function only. That is, when the function file is executing, those values will be available, and once the function file has completed its execution, the values of those variables will be destroyed. So they can be used within the function itself. Outside the function, they have no scope. But if we define the variables as global, then they can be used outside the function file itself, and they will be available in the workspace so that they can be taken up by the Simulink file for running the Simulink model. So we will pass the vector k, which will contain the values of kp, ki, kd in the separate objective function file that we will define later. And then in that function file, we will extract the values of kp, ki, kd from the k vector, use those values to run the Simulink file, and then from the Simulink file, we will calculate the error in speed, and that error will be the objective function value that will be used to enhance, or we can say evolve, the population through the iterations to reach the most optimal values of kp, ki, kd, so that our objective function, that is speed control of BLDC motor, which could be done by minimizing the error in the actual speed and desired speed, is minimized. So now we have defined our variables and we have defined our objective function. Next, we define number of variables. So n is equal to 3. So we have three variables, that is kp, ki, kd. Number of variables, or we can say number of decision variables. And then n var, this is 1 comma n. This is the matrix size of decision variables. So the matrix size of decision variables would be one row and three columns. Each column will contain one variable, that is first column will be kp, second column will be ki, third column will be kd. So at a time we will pass one single row. That single row will contain the three values, that is kp, ki, kd. That row we will be passed. That row we will pass in our objective function file. Also, this variable n var, which has the size of the decision variable matrix, that will be used to initialize the population. So that's why we have defined this n var. Then came in, this is the vector containing the minimum value of variables, or we can say the lower bound of variables. The minimum value of all the three parameters or gains is 0, 0, 0. So this is vector of minimum value of variables. Then Kmax, this will contain the maximum value of variables or the upper bound of variables. So the maximum value of variables is 10 for Kp, 100 for Ki, and 1 for Kd. Vector of maximum value of variables. Then max it, this is the maximum number of iterations, or we can say simply the number of iterations. Then npop, this is 20, and this is the population size. Let us also put semicolon here to suppress the output of this. Now that we have defined our problem, next we will define the parameters of GA and PSO. So first we will define the parameters of PSO. Parameters of PSO. We start with the inertia coefficient. W is equal to 1. This is the inertia coefficient. Next is W max. This is equal to 0.9, and this is maximum value of inertia weight. Then W min, this is 0.4. This is the minimum value of inertia weight. Then C1, let us take it as 2.3. This is personal acceleration coefficient. Then C2, this is also 2.3. This is social acceleration coefficient. All these parameters of PSO, W, C1, C2, W max, W min, the importance of these parameters and the effect of these parameters on the working of algorithm, that we will understand when we will see the PSO algorithm in detail later on. For now, we have initialized the parameters of PSO, and now let us initialize the parameters of GA. Parameters of GA. So first is PC, that is crossover probability. This is 0.8. Probability of crossover. And then PM, let's take it as 0.2. This is the probability of mutation. Usually the probability of crossover is kept high because higher probability of crossover means that there are more chances of crossover between the parents to generate the offspring, and we want more crossover to happen in each iteration, and probability of mutation is kept very small. The reason for that is mutation is a very powerful operator for exploring the search space. If the probability of mutation is kept very high, then the mutation of the offsprings will be very frequent. What this will do is it will cause us to randomly roam in the search space, and the convergence of the algorithm is severely affected. The algorithm may not converge at all if the probability of mutation is kept very high. But this mutation operator is very essential for the genetic algorithm because it maintains the diversity in the population in genetic algorithm. Without this mutation operator, it is very likely that the algorithm may not be able to explore the search space to find the global minima, and is very likely to prematurely converge at some local minima. So mutation operator effectively helps us to explore the search space to find the global minima. In fact, in this hybrid GA-PSO algorithm, we are relying on the exploration capability of mutation operator of GA and fast convergence property of PSO to provide us better solutions and fast convergence. Then next is then the next GA parameter is NC, equals to 20. This is the distribution index for crossover. and the next parameter is nm, again 20. This is the distribution index for mutation. Those who have seen my previous video on genetic algorithms would not have seen these two parameters nc and nm. The reason for that is that was genetic algorithm in binary coded form, and here we are using the real coded version of genetic algorithms. And the reason we are using real coded genetic algorithm is because PSO cannot work on binary strings. PSO works only with real numbers. So if we are to use the binary coded genetic algorithm in this hybrid algorithm, then for the PSO operations, we will have to convert the binary population into decimal form, and for the GA operations, we will have to reconvert the decimal population in binary form. This decimal to binary and binary to decimal conversion would increase the computational time, and it would also increase the computation complexity. So rather than increasing the computational time for unnecessary conversion of binary to decimal and decimal to binary operations, we directly use the real coded genetic algorithm to save our time. And genetic algorithm in real coded form is also shown to give as good results as the binary coded version, if not better. And all these parameters nc, nm, pc, pm, how they are used in the genetic algorithm, that we will see when we code the genetic algorithm section of this hybrid algorithm. For now, we have defined the parameters of GA and PSO, and we can now move to the initialization step. Now, before we start the initialization, we will understand the PSO in detail as well as genetic algorithm, and see how this hybrid of GA-PSO algorithm works. That is how the steps of GA and PSO are stacked together to form the hybrid algorithm, and then we will start our initialization and continue with coding of PSO and GA.